Hello, you guys. I am excited. I know a lot of you already told me that you can't catch it live. You're familying, you're churching, you're doing whatever you're doing on Sunday, and I love it. And I would never take that away because this is recorded so you can watch it anytime. So I'm just going to talk to you as if you were here. So welcome to 3 Days to Great Skin. It's exactly what it says it is. You can have great skin. But before we get into all of that and before you're like, we'll see, maybe yes, maybe no, let's talk about what is and what isn't great skin. Let's start there. Let's talk about who can have it, why we can have it, all the things. So to understand what is great skin, first let's talk about what it isn't. Great skin isn't perfect skin. First of all, there is no such thing as perfect. What would perfect skin even be, right? Oh, not a line, not a wrinkle, not a whatever. That's not reality. Let's unlearn that. It's not reality. So when we see images in magazines, when we see photos on social media, when we see advertisements and movies and all of the things that our eyes and therefore mind are constantly bombarded with, we forget that these are airbrushed, that these are photoshopped, that these are touched up, that these have special lighting purposefully to minimize the look of whatever skin imperfection is on their face. Every face has a pore. Every face has a line. Every face tells a story. So if we can get perfect skin out of our mind, we can embrace what is great skin. So what isn't great skin? Perfection, because that doesn't exist. That's not a thing. We're trying to get, there we go. Perfect skin doesn't exist. That's a myth. That is not reality for any person in the planet. Okay? So what is perfect? So that we got out what isn't perfect skin. What is perfect skin? Basically, if you were to like look up a definition or ask the chat GPT or Google, what's great skin? I did. And basically this is what it said. Great skin is often described as skin that looks and feels healthy, radiant, and well cared for. It didn't say, let me say that one more time. Great skin is often described as skin that looks and feels healthy, radiant, and well cared for. Nowhere in there did it say not a line, not a wrinkle, not a pimple, not an age spot, not life happening to your skin, not age happening to your skin. So if we can embrace what great skin is, now we can feel like it's attainable to us, right? If you guys don't know, if you brought a friend or if you don't know me personally, I am a licensed esthetician. I do work on faces all day long and I love it. I love hearing what people think is happening and getting them to the goal of what they want to be happening. Do these things happen overnight? Sometimes yes, usually no, but that's okay. Because we're working towards the goal and every day it's getting better and every day we're seeing improvement and every day we're learning what great skin is for that face, right? So as a licensed esthetician, I have access to lots and lots and lots of faces and lots of products and lots of advice. I'm going to say advice, right? So is all advice good advice? But no. No. Is all advice bad advice? No. Right? But if I took one person that I was like, wow, you have great skin. What's your secret? Right? Everybody wants that one thing. And if that person was like, oh, I drink so much water. That's it. And you're like, awesome, I'll drink all the water. And then you just pee all day and your skin looks the same. Maybe it wasn't one thing, right? And then you asked one other person with great skin, what is it that you do? What's the magic pill? And that person says, oh, I eat a ton of avocados. And you're like, so now you eat avocados and you stop drinking water, by the way. And it's not that one thing, but Usually, if someone says, I just, one, that's untrue. And two, that's not a magic pill for everybody. That might be the one thing they do that's important to them, but it's not the only thing they do. And that doesn't mean it's going to work for me. So if I polled a lot of faces that have great skin and asked each of them, what's your top like 3 things that you do to have great skin? And listen to what they said. And then I took all of their answers and looked to see which things overlapped. There's going to be a common thread between all of the faces with great skin and what they have in common, what they're doing that is common. I hope that that makes sense. So if we look at the things they have in common and then we customize the thing, the system, to now individual faces, now we have a customized plan for every face. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If we took, let's talk about athletes. I'm not a sports person, first of all. But if you said, basketball, I don't know any sport, by the way. Okay, I was a cheerleader and not even a great one, but whatever. If you looked at basketball people, right, and you were like, how did you become the star player? And one was like, I shot baskets every day for practice, and then I ran a lot of drills so I'd be fast, and then I dribbled, right? And then another person was like, nope, I stretched, I shot a lot of baskets, and I did whatever. And then you asked another star, right? What one thing did they have in common? They all ran, they all shot baskets, and they all did something else, right? So that probably could help anyone that wants to be good at basketball. Sports are not my jam, so if they are for you, I apologize, because that probably just like hurt all your ear holes and you were like, has she ever seen a basketball? Anyway, the point is, take what successful people are doing, make it a system that's customizable that anyone can use. So it's a framework. So we're going to talk about, for the next 3 days, the framework of what makes great skin. Now, do you, if you're watching live, pop a yes or a no in the comments, do you think you currently have great skin? Tell me. If you're watching on the replay, tell me yes, great skin, no, great skin. Do you think you currently have great skin? There's no wrong answer. These are your feelings, and we're here to help you realize your great skin. So if you have great skin, I am already proud and my work is done. If you aren't quite sure, or you don't think that you do yet, we still have more to go. But I also hear a lot of clients talk about why they don't think they have great skin. Okay, here we go. I have some notes because I also wanted to hear, like, what is the common thing? Why don't people think they either have it or why don't they think they can have it, right? And tell me if these are thoughts either that you've had about your skin or that, like, through media or through somewhere else, you feel like you've been told you can't have great skin. One of the top things I hear is it's just genetics. Like, either you get it or you don't. I didn't get it, so I don't have great skin. So it's just genetics is one thing I hear. Another thing I hear a lot is I'm too old for my skin to improve. Like, that's for young people. I'm too old for it to get any better. It is what it is. Here we are, right? Does that resonate? So if you guys thought that about yourself, what about this is my biggest, this is the one I hear probably number 1. I don't have time for skincare. So like, I just don't have time for skincare. Okay. Let's talk about that too. What about, how much time do you think it takes to have great skincare? Like what kind of time were you thinking you needed? Maybe they think it takes a 15-minute in the morning and a 15-minute at night and all day long, and my whole life is going to be changed because now I have to worry about everything that I do to my skin. I don't know. Don't have time. It's genetics. I'm too old. What about skincare is too expensive? Like whatever thing you want me to buy, I don't need you to buy anything, first of all. I'm here to help you find out what your goals are and then help you reach them. Sometimes what you want and what I have are the same thing, but that doesn't mean you have to get my thing, right? As an esthetician, I'm here to explain to you what you need to reach your goals and then help you find those things or help you make a good decision about getting them elsewhere. So it's really about helping you meet your goals. So if someone to say skincare is too expensive, there's options. There's lots of options. And that's also why I wanted to make this training non-brand specific. Just because I say, oh, cleanser, or I say whatever, doesn't mean like mine is the only one that will work and you have to get it from me and there's nothing else on the planet that's nearly as good. We will find you a cleanser, okay? Within your budget and make it work. So skincare is expensive. It can be, absolutely, but it doesn't have to be. But also it's how we use it, and we'll get to that. Anyway, skincare is expensive. I hear that a lot. I hear drinking water is enough. If drinking water were enough, I'd be out of a job. So I'm already going to bust that myth. Is it important? Sure. Is it the only thing I have to do? I don't know. I feel like no, because I'm still in biz. And thank goodness for me. Nothing works for me. I've tried everything and nothing works for me. How many of you guys, be honest, have a drawer full of things that you started to use and then somehow aren't using it anymore? Like, oh, I used it and then it's sitting in a drawer. It's probably expired now. It's probably like, I don't know, rotting. I forgot I had it. I think I have it somewhere. Oh, I think I tried that once. Like, how many of us buy things and then either we just don't use them, or I used it for 2 weeks and nothing happened, so I didn't use it anymore. I hear that a lot. What about makeup is the only way to look good? Like covering up my skin is the only way to look good. I've heard that. My mama said, you can't paint a turd. I mean, you can, but it's still a turd. I don't know why I always thought that was the funniest thing. Like, you can't paint a turd. I mean, you can, but it's still just a painted turd. So really the foundation of beautiful makeup is great skin. So we can paint a turd, but I'd rather you have a beautiful turd. Right? Let's unturd the skin. Let's make great skin. And then no matter what we do after that is a bonus. And also, I want you to believe that you can leave the house without makeup and still look good, right? Makeup is not the only way your skin is going to look good and you're going to look good. You make you look good. Makeup is fun and an enhancement. So we'll get to that too. And then also the other thing that I hear a lot is skin problems are just part of aging. Like, just as you get older, things happen. They do happen. But what if we had a different thought about all of these things, right? You are a beautiful house plant. Okay? Nature is always great. Nature is always beautiful. But let's just say I've had my house plant for a while, right? And now it's getting older. It's growing up, it's aging, and it starts to wilt. Would we ever just say, it's too old to improve? Whatever I need to fix it is just too expensive. I've tried everything and my plant is just gonna be gross now, right? Giving it water's enough. It might help, depends on why it's wilting. But giving it water's the only thing that will help. You know, putting a Band-Aid on it, putting some makeup on it is the only thing that's gonna make it look better. I feel like we wouldn't say that, right? We know it can improve. Some situation has changed or some outside circumstance has changed. And we just need to get the plant back on track. Doesn't mean we just do nothing and you're like, well, plant's old. Too bad, see you later. You're a beautiful plant. You're a beautiful plant. Okay, so now that we know what great skin isn't and why we think we can't have it, let's talk about all the things that we can do that can make a difference, that aren't over the top, that aren't going to consume your whole life, that aren't going to take you all day, that don't need 1,000 steps, that don't do all of these things. Okay, these are practical systems that, with all of my faces that I see all day long, have in common, but that are also customizable to your specific needs. Because it's no good if I'm every face needs this, every skin needs this. That can't be reality. It can have a system, it can have the 3 things that they all need, but which form of number one is right for you, which form of number two is right for you. So it's a system that's customizable to you. So let's get on to the good stuff, okay? Now that I've talked to you about why you're gonna have great skin, let's talk about how we're gonna get there. So the first, day one, I talk about one thing each day. Your skin needs three things. Great skin needs three things. And the first thing, believe it or not, I know you're not surprised, is some sort of skincare regimen. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Again, it doesn't have to be 1,000 steps, and it doesn't have to take all day, and it doesn't have to whatever. But let's talk about the things our skin needs, right? We're a houseplant. It probably needs some sort of soil. It probably needs some sort of sunlight. It probably needs some sort of water. But is one soil right for everyone? Does it need, like, how much water? If you live in the desert, maybe it needs more than if you live in a rainy place. You know what I mean? So even though the plant needs all these things, and your face needs all these things, it doesn't mean every face needs the same amount or the same ingredient. So let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about some general skincare steps, but then remember, yours might be 1, 2, 6. And those are the only 3 you need, or the only 3 that you are committed to doing now. Okay? It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Just because you like things and you want to do it all. And you're like, this plant needs help. We are on the verge of like falling out of the pot. So, one thing that we need is to cleanse our skin. Even if you don't wear makeup, even if you don't put anything on your skin, pollution, pollen, dirt, dust, the day, as I like to call it, if you take a phone call, like I don't think anyone does it anymore, you're just texting, but if you took a phone call, like the phone is touching your face, your hair product is touching your face, your glasses are just grinding whatever into your skin, and anytime you touch your face during the day, like things are on your face, sweat, face oils, whatever it is. We got to clear that stuff off to give it a fresh canvas, okay? Just wash our face. Generally, like bar soap is pH balanced for your body. It is designed to cut grease, cut deodorant, cut through those things. So often the pH and the cleansing agent are a little bit harsh for our face. Like, is the skin on the bottom of my foot the same as my delicate under eye area? Not exactly. So I'm not going to be putting that same bar soap type of a cleanser on my face. The very, very, very first facial I ever had in my whole life, the gal was like, okay, tell me what you're using. And I was like, I'd really rather not. 1, no one's ever told me. And 2, I would just rather you tell me what to use because I'm embarrassed. And she's like, that's okay, but we all start somewhere. What are you using on your face? No wrong answer yet. And as a joke, I said, oh, well, Lever 2000, you know, that bar soap, Lever 2000 says it's good for all my 2000 parts. I think she fell off her chair. I was like, I'm kidding. Like, I don't know, I'm using some like drugstore cleanser. And she was like, okay, so at least you're cleansing. And she was very supportive and she was very positive. And I was like, I do wash my face, yeah. And I use like a lotion. And she was like, okay, see, so you're already doing the steps. We just have to make sure those are the right steps. And I was like, okay. And I felt very positive, and she made it a very positive experience. So we will make it positive for you too. So a cleanser that's right for your skin type and your skin goals. There's creamy cleansers, there's foamy cleansers, there's oil cleansers, there's a million types of cleansers, but we want to find a cleanser that's right for your skin type and your skin goals. Often skin type has to do with age, but it also can do with like your current circumstances, right? Maybe in winter you're one condition and in summer you're a different like condition. That doesn't change your skin type, but maybe I'm just like I'm more dehydrated in summer, right? That's just a temporary condition. So your cleansers can change depending on your current condition, your goal, and your skin type. But we want something designed for faces. So cleanser is your number 1. Number 2, this is controversial, but we're besties, so I'm going to say it. Toner, if you love a toner and you want a toner, I'm all for it. I feel like a toner is a optional item. I know I'm waiting for the Lightning to strike me on that one. Toners do a couple of different things depending on what the type of toner it is, right? Some are astringent, like squeaky clean, right? They're getting that grease and cutting that oil off, but they often leave you feeling very like tight, almost dry. That's an astringent toner. Some are hydrating. Now, in the same vein that I said it's optional, I love a hydrating toner that I have. It's basically heavy water. I just spritz it, because remember I said I'm dehydrated? I live in the desert. I am beef jerky. I'm dehydrated and still, I need water. I need water, not oil. My skin, my face. So I love this hydrating toner. Ugh. And that's literally all it does. It just adds water. So even though it's optional, that's the one I love. But I digress. So it could be astringent, it could be hydrating, or it could serve a purpose, meaning like this is to help combat fine lines and wrinkles. This is to help pigmentation. This is to help whatever. So that's almost more like a serum tone, like a treatment. But at the same time, I feel like you can get that from other things. If you want it, I love it for you, and we can talk about it. If you don't want it, it's optional. So a cleanser, a toner is a skin product. The next thing I would talk about is serums. Also optional, but very, very, very beneficial if you have a skincare goal. If you're just like, my skin is actually pretty good. I'm 22. I just want to maintain. You know what? You might be at the optional serum age. I am 46, perimenopause kicking, and I use targeted serums because I have a goal, right? So if my goal is fine lines, wrinkles, is hydration, is protection, is clarity, you know, like dark spots, whatever, evenness, brightness, whatever it is, there's a serum for it. And the way I describe serums is, think of your regular skincare plan, right? Like my cleanser, my moisturizer, my SPF. That's like your breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day and still be low on like calcium in your diet, right? Like your diet. Think of your serum as like your multivitamin. I eat all the foods I'm supposed to, but I still need more zinc. So I take a zinc vitamin. Right? Now I have full, complete nutrition. I'm meeting my goals. I'm healthy. I'm doing the things. That's how I feel like a serum is. It's like the multivitamin for whatever's missing or whatever you want to add to your regular routine. I hope that makes sense. So think of serum like your like vitamins, like your supplements. Are they valuable? Absolutely. Do they make a difference? Yes, because they are concentrated. They are targeted to the treatment you want to do or improve or your goal. And also they are very, you know what I mean? Like they're very specific. So that's helping you do specifically what your face needs. Okay. So we've got a cleanser, we've got a toner, we've got a serum, and maybe multiple serums. Again, sorry, no wrong answer. It's whatever your goals are. Are you an AM? Are you a PM? Are you a both? Whatever. The serum will determine that. And also your goals will determine that. So cleanser, toner, serum. We've got an eye cream. I almost put eye cream in the same category as a serum because it is a targeted treatment for a goal that you have in a specific area, right? So we can separate them or we can call them, you know, put them in the same category. It doesn't matter, but serum, eye cream, same kind of supplement, right? It's a supplemental item. That's what we'll call it, a supplemental item. So we got a cleanser, we got a toner, we got a serum, we got an eye cream, which could be the same thing. We've got a moisturizer. So cleanser, non-negotiable, and a moisturizer is non-negotiable. Again, depending on your skin's needs, depending on your skin condition, and depending on your skin goals, that's how we determine what moisturizer is right for your face. This is how we customize the system to your face. Moisturizers fall into two sort of categories: hydration and moisture. And even though I call them a moisturizer, I'm going to talk about why. Your skin is like a beautiful vinaigrette. It has oil and it has water in it. And as long as the vinaigrette stays shaken up and emulsified, your skin stays emulsified and they're one thing, right? But it needs the oil and the water both. So when they get out of balance, like I have too much oil and not enough water, or I have the opposite, or I just like don't have any because I'm super dehydrated, that's how we decide what moisturizer we need. So a hydrating moisturizer is probably water-based or something that has an ingredient that's going to pull atmospheric water into our skin. There are ingredients that do that. Often they're in serums, but sometimes they're in our moisturizers too. So a water-based moisturizer or an oil-based moisturizer. Depends on what your skin needs, but also they often have both, right? Because our skin is made up of both things. A moisturizer can be both. So again, we need to get moisture into it. I said earlier, my skin's beef jerky. I talk a lot to clients with oily skin. And I mean like oily skin, you know, we're shiny by the end of the day, midday, whenever it is. If they've got oily skin, 99% of them are terrified to put a moisturizer on their skin. Why do you think that is? Correct. They're like, I don't need it to be, I'm already greasy. I don't need any more. Maybe you have enough oil and not enough water. So when you look at beef jerky, right, a Slim Jim, a whatever beef jerky, it is dehydrated and still oily, right? It's got that like layer of oil on it and it's dehydrated. Your skin, if you're an oily skin person and you're not putting any kind of moisturizer, you are beef jerky. Yeah, beef jerky. So if I was like, how am I going to plump up beef jerky? Would I pour more oil on it? No, it's just going to sit there in the oil and be greasier and do nothing for the, like, if we can even still call it meat, right? It's not going to do anything to plump back up that jerky. If you put it in water, it's going to plump back up. So if you are beef jerky, get you some water moisturizer, water-based hydration, okay? I love food. Most of my analogies are food. I'm better at food. Sports, not good. Better at food. So if you're a beef jerky or you are just dry, like dry skin lacks oil, dehydrated skin lacks water. But there is a moisturizer that's right for your skin and your condition and your goal. So we've got a cleanser. We maybe have a toner. We maybe have a serum and or an eye cream. We need our moisturizer. So 2 of the 4 so far are mandatory. And then what we need, every face on the planet, this is also a common like rejection that I hear. Every single face needs SPF. Non-negotiable. Why? I'm so glad you asked. The sun is the by far fastest skin aging thing that exists. The sun will age your skin faster than birthdays, meaning like getting older, faster than smoking, faster than bad diet, faster than bad, like no skincare, right? Like I don't wash, I don't moisturize, nothing. I do nothing to my face. The sun's beating you on it. The sun's doing more than you are. Faster than absolutely anything combined. The sun has UVA and UVB rays. UVA, think UVA aging. The sun is aging your skin. It is ruining your collagen and your elastin, which is what keeps you plump and lifted, right? Collagen plumps us. Elastin is like our elastic that keeps us firm and lifted. It's ruining both of those. UVA, UVB, think UVB, burning. Those are the burning rays that literally singe the skin and then are giving us dark spots, are giving us bad texture, like rough texture, all of those things. So UVA, UVB, guess what? Now there's a new one. It's not new, but new that we are talking about. HEV. HEV is blue light damage, blue light aging. So right now, as you're looking at your computer thing and it's shining the light onto you or your phone or your laptop or your whatever device, it's aging you too. I'm sorry. Everything is out to get you. Everything is out to get your skin. And you're like, and then you want to ask me, why don't I have great skin? Well, we're getting there. So SPF, broad spectrum, means it's covering the spectrum. UVA, UVB, possibly UVC. Or HEV is actually what it is, HEV. You can Google it, don't worry about it. Blue light, right? UVA, UVB, blue light. If you have a sunscreen or an SPF, there's sunblock, sunscreen, both are in the term SPF. If you have an SPF that says like physical and chemical, right? It's the physical that is blocking the blue light. So usually something that says broad spectrum will get all of them, but it for sure will at least get UVA, UVB. That's from the sunshine. That's your worst enemy, your skin's worst enemy, I should say. And then I hear a lot of people say, but I still need vitamin D, like I have to be in the sun. Okay, you got arms, you got legs, you got a back, you got a torso, you are driving in the car. Like the sun is gonna see you. I promise you. I never leave the house. I know you leave the house at some point, sometime. You just take the trash out or get the mail or whatever you do. Like you leave the house. And even if you're like, well, I only wear it on the days I leave the house. One, you're out of habit and you probably forget half the time you leave the house. And then two, you're like, I'm just running a quick errand. I'll be fine. Make it an everyday habit, because then also, like I said, you're getting your blue light protection and you're getting that. This is in my opinion, the absolute least exciting skincare item. But because it's the most effective, it's the most important. Also, remember my very first facial when she was like, "Wah," and fell off the chair when I said, I use bar soap. We talked about SPF and she was like, do you use SPF? And I was like, no, because but it's money, right? And if I'm going to spend my money, shouldn't I spend it on like the serum that's like really doing something? And she was like, I hear you. But also, how about this? Like all of the good I'm doing, right? At like, let's say my PM skincare, right? I've washed my face, I've put my serum on, I put my eye cream on, I put my moisturizer on, I went to bed, I woke up, and then I left the house without SPF. All the good I'm doing all night long, I'm undoing all day long because I didn't protect it. So I'm doing good, I'm doing bad, I'm doing good, I'm doing bad, I'm doing, like it never increases, right? We just stay where we're at, if not get worse, because the power of the sun is stronger than the good we're doing. So it's still gonna decline. So cleanser, a toner, a serum and or an eye cream, a moisturizer, and SPF. That is like the full skincare system, but now we customize it to what your face needs. Again, if we're budget friendly, if we're like, I know I won't do it. Cleanser, moisture, SPF. And sometimes you can get a SPF that is a light moisturizer, like a Too Fair. Now you've got two things to do. You wash your face, which you were already going to do in the shower. You put one thing on your face, and you have a skincare system. Right? So again, it's not about like changing your whole life or changing your whole routine. It's just about customizing the system to work right for you. Here's another thing that I hear clients say, like, okay, so I don't, like, how do I know what to do in the morning time and then like the PM time? Is it the same thing? Is it like, do I have to do them both? Like, that feels like a lot of like stuff. Okay, let's talk about that. I also, when I do a consultation with a client, I ask them like, where does your time live? I already know you're gonna say I'm busy, I don't have any time. I don't have any time. I work a full-time job in a salon. I do 2 days of clients outside of, like, so 4 days in the salon, 2 days outside of the salon, that's 6 days of clients. I have 1 day off from clients, but that's when we're doing, laundry and groceries and spending time with the sweetie and sitting down trying to do nothing and rest for 5 minutes. I also do online business with you guys. I'm spending my Sunday here with you, and thank you for spending your day with me. By the way, I didn't even say that. Thank you for taking the time. I'm a busy kid, right? And then I also gotta make dinner and do the laundry, and I gotta make my own bed, like all the things, right? I'm a busy kid too. But somewhere in your life, do you have more time when you wake up, or do you have more time later? Laura doesn't have the time Laura chooses not to have the time in the morning. I wake up, I got my morning things, right? Like I'm gonna feed the cat, or check the food. He has a auto feeder. I'm gonna check to make sure that I scoop the potty box for him. I do all the cat things. I get my coffee. I get dressed. I put my makeup on. Like, so my time, and I'm not gonna wake up another hour earlier than I need to. Like, the AM's not my time. Okay. I'm like drinking coffee, like trying to wake up in the morning. So I need the minimum in the morning. but I will do the maximum in the PM. That's my routine. Maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you're like, I have time in the morning because everybody goes to school or leaves me alone or is like busy doing their thing. So I have 2 minutes. You can do all of the steps in under 2 minutes. Like, if you got time to potty and brush your teeth, right then, that's when you got time to do, like, just throw the skincare on. I promise you can do it in under 2 minutes. So if yours is AM, then focus on your AM routine and do the bare minimum in the PM routine. I'm the opposite. I just want fast and easy in the morning, but I'll do a couple more things at nighttime. Here's the other one I hear. I am so tired at the end of the day. I literally, like, it's all, I just fall into the bed. Like, I don't have any, I won't do a PM routine. Okay. What time, and this is a genuine question, what time do you guys think the PM skincare routine has to happen? Is it like at the moment of bedtime? Like it's the last thing I need to do before I put my head on the pillow? It could be, if that's the time for you. Guess when I do my PM routine? Not noon, don't worry. So I work 9 to 5 in the salon. It takes me, I don't know, 45 minutes, whatever, to get home. So I'm home by like 6 and like in the house, set my keys down, whatever, by like 6. That's usually when I do it. I don't go to bed at 6 p.m., but that's when I, like what I call, I'm like done for the day. Like I'm done being outside, right? If we go to dinner, of course, I don't do it then. But like normally, like I'm just on a regular house day. If it's the like take my bra off time, that's my skincare time. So it could be 6 o'clock, 6:30. I like to shower after work. I'm a nighttime, like evening shower person. Because again, remember, I don't want to wake up earlier in the day, in the morning time. So when I get home from work, I shower. So already I washed my face. As soon as I get out of the shower to put on like my house clothes, that's when I do it. I'm just like, boop, 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 and I've got my PM routine done. And I still have probably 3-4 hours until I'm actually going to bed. PM routine doesn't have to mean bedtime, right? It's just the second time of the day, like 1 in the morning-ish, 1 in the afternoon-ish, evening-ish, whatever it is. But it's, like I say, it's whenever I am done being like in the planet. Like if I'm home for the day, it could be time. If your time is like right before you make dinner, do it then. It's whenever you have time. It doesn't have to be the last thing you do before you hop into the bed. I feel like that helps a lot of people, like, it's very freeing for a lot of people because they're like, oh, I mean, I guess I could do it then. I'm like, yeah. There's no like hard rule of like AM must be done before 7:01 AM. Like, and PM must be done. There's no hard, fast rules. Something in the morning, something in the evening. Great skin. Okay? What else? What else? So, I got notes. Let me see. Did I talk about all the things? We talked about cleanser, a serum, an eye cream, moisturizer, and SPF. Those are, that is the system. We customize the system to your face. If you do want a customized skincare plan, I can help you with that. Yes, I can help you with a personalized beauty consultation. We can talk about exactly what your face needs, your needs, like your skin needs. Are you AM? Are you PM heavy? Like, where does your time live? What's your commitment level? We don't have to do it right now. I'm just saying it's available to you if you want it, and I am here for that. Just write it in the comments or something that you want to consult, and I will reach out and I will help you. But for the purposes of this, those are the skincare system options, and then we pick and choose which ones are right for our face and our needs and our goals. That is part of what generally the people, right, with great skin have overlapping. They have some kind of skincare system that they commit to. It doesn't work if we buy it and put it in the drawer and never use it. Also, how long do we think, like if I start it today, when am I going to see results? One, it depends. Like, what if you were doing 0, nothing? Probably in a few days at least, you'll see a little improvement. Honestly, maybe the first time. But if you're already like kind of doing something, and we're just focusing in and making a more customizable plan, and you already have pretty good skin, it might take a little bit longer for you to see a real improvement. I always recommend people take a before and after. One, nobody else is going to see it. Don't worry about it. If you're like, Here's one thing. If I were to tell you right now, take a selfie with no makeup on, if your insides just went, ugh, this course is for you. Okay? Take a selfie with no skincare, like with no makeup on, nothing to see on your face, just for you. Take a close-up of it, right? Take this picture of the spot that you want to see improvement in. Take a mug shot, a side, a front of what your skin currently looks like. Start your routine, and in 1 month, take another one, and I want you to compare those. Small wins are big wins, okay? We don't just wake up and we're like, oh, it worked. I have great skin now. You're gonna see improvements all along the way. Don't dismiss your improvements. Don't dismiss your progress. Don't dismiss reaching the goal. Every step along the way is a goal and is you reaching your goal, right? If you have a pot of water on the stove and it starts at, 100 degrees, and you turn the burner on high, it's gonna go to 101. It's gonna go to 102. It's gonna go to 103. All the way up to 211. It's gonna go 1 more degree to 212, and at 212, water boils. It couldn't get, so it wasn't 1 degree that made that made the difference, right? Unless you put it on the stove at 211, which we didn't. We didn't start at 211. So if once it hits 212, it boils like that. But it couldn't get to 212 without going through 101, 102, 103, 104. So it's not 1 degree that makes the difference. It's the entire progression that meets the goal. Think about that when you think about, I just don't want to do my skincare today. I just don't want to whatever. What is your goal? How important is your goal? Do you want to be able to say, I'm going to take that selfie and it's going to be okay? Like, to me, that was my first win. One of the hardest things about starting this like online business and vision was seeing my own face looking back at me on the camera all the time. That's a vulnerable moment. Because 1, I had never done those things, and 2, I was like, is that what my teeth look like? Why does my eye look like that? I just see this one wrinkle all the time. Or I was looking and seeing all of these like weird things on my face that nobody else was seeing, first of all. And second of all, it's my face. It's what it looks like, right? And I do skin for a living, but I just wasn't comfortable seeing it yet. Doing this business also actually really made me appreciate that, you know what? I do have great skin because it looks and feels healthy, right? Back to what we talked about in the beginning. It looks and feels healthy. It is radiant and it is well cared for. That's all it takes to have great skin. That is what great skin is. If you don't feel like it looks and feels healthy, that's how we treat the condition, and the goal is for it to look and feel healthy. Radiant usually just means like glowy, bright, dewy, which probably just means exfoliated. And then well cared for is exactly that. I had some kind of system that I choose to use. I can't buy the system and not use the system, right? A system that I choose to use to care for it. I watered the plant, I put the plant in sunlight, and it's well cared for, right? It's radiant and it's healthy looking. So it is a process. It is a goal. You can have it. I mean, I don't just say that because I believe it. I do this for a living, and I convince people all day long that they can have great skin. So for someone that says it's just genetics, what if we were to say, instead of it's just genetics, what if we were to say, my daily choices shaped my skin? If it was, I'm too old for my skin to improve, what if it was, my skin is always renewing itself, which it is, right? New skin is always coming up. Old skin is always exfoliating off. My skin is always renewing itself. Why don't I just feed the new skin coming up? And now my skin is not too old. That skin's gone. This is new skin. My skin is always renewing itself. What if I don't have time for skincare? Went to caring for my skin is self-care and I deserve it. It's not selfish. It's not high maintenance. It's not whatever. It's just caring for another part of my body, just like I would care for any other part of my body. What if skincare is too expensive? Was investing in my skin is an investment in myself and my future and my social endeavors and all of those things. I want to feel good when I go to weddings. I want to feel good when I go to my kids' recital or my whatever. I don't want to constantly be comparing myself to other people's skin at my same age. I don't even want to think about it. To me, that's when I feel like I've hit great skin, is when I'm not thinking about it, comparing to others doing those things. So, what if it was just investing in my skin is an investment in myself and I deserve it? Drinking water is enough. What if it was my skin thrives on nourishment inside and out? Nothing works for me. Consistency creates results. 100 degrees to 212 degrees is a win at every degree. Consistency creates results. Makeup is the only way to look good. Healthy skin is my best foundation. And then what about skin problems are just part of aging? I can age with radiance and confidence because I believe you can. I believe you probably already have great skin. We just have to release it. We just have to unveil it. It is for you. It is possible. You have everything you need inside of you. We just need to customize the plan to unleash it. Okay? Any questions you have, drop them in the comments. If you want a personalized beauty consult, we can absolutely talk about it. Or if you just want to talk about what you're currently using and is it right for me, we could talk about that too. I will pop as a free download for anybody watching today or on the replay. I'm going to pop a PDF in I don't think there's guides in groups, so I think I'm going to pop it in the files section. And it's going to be the breakdown of like, what do I do AM, PM? Like my cleanser, if I'm using a toner, if I'm using a serum, if I'm using an eye cream, a moisturizer, SPF, like what goes where, like what order do I do them in for AM and PM? And then remember, yours is customized to the pieces you're using. Okay, but I'm gonna drop that in there. It's just called Quick Start Skincare Guide. It's free. It's also non-brand specific. It's for you. It's what order do I put them on in and what things am I using when. I love it. I made it for you. Enjoy it. Again, drop any comments, drop any questions. What else do we need? What else do we need? Ultimately, great skin isn't about perfection. It's about achieving a healthy balance that makes you feel confident. Let's find it together. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow for day 2. We'll talk about the second thing great skin needs, and I hope that you will join me then. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've taken a lot of your time. Thank you for sticking around.